making some moves on efficiency here at the shop. I've always pretty much manhandle these bed stones on these grist mills, and time again you can pretty easy to strain your back doing that, just because of the nature, the way you have to lift them and being bent over and all that. It's just a problem. So my buddy Tim at Appalachian Sheet Metal that made the sorghum pan and the big pot for me, he had this thing laying out there and he gave it to me a while back, and I got it mounted here on the slab. And it's a Western Mule fold away extendable crane, and the way it works, you've got a lot of adjustments up and down here for the arm, so you can reach out farther, as well as it slides in and out here. But the way it works, you've got a little remote control, and you can raise, lower. So what I'm going to do here, I've got this link off the tractor, this 3-point arm right here, and it's got a bend in it. I don't know if that'll be a problem. It may be a help. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple hooks to go in the bolt holes on this bedstone. They're going to attach to this 3-point arm so that I can lift that bedstone up. And also the crane swings around, so I'll be able to slide them bedstones off and on with ease. This is going to be a lifesaver for me. It's going to be a game changer. It's really going to change how I do stone dressing. It's going to make it so much more easy and efficient. So I'm excited about this, getting this thing working. So I'm going to be working at the forge, making the hooks for this, maybe doing a little welding on this arm. I'm just going to kind of plan as I go, just see how it works and what works as I go. What I'm going to make these hooks out of is just some 1/2-inch round stock, some scraps I had laying around here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back this far right here. You can see this chalk mark that far, and I'm going to bend a 90 in it so that will go into the holes on the bolts for the bedstone. I'm gonna make a mark on my anvil at 6 1/4, which is the length I need to have where the bend starts. So I made a mark here. This is about 6 1/4, so I can lay my round stock down there while it's hot, and I know where to make my bend. Oh yeah. As tight a bend as I can. about a 90. And we're just perfect on our bend right there. That suits me. All right, up here on the top side, up here I'm gonna make a hook that's gonna hook over that 3-point arm. I want to overbend a little more than 90 because I think it's gonna work better if I do that. So I'm gonna overbend just a little bit, and what that'll do, when you hook into the bolt holes, it'll wanna pick up more on this end than it will just on this back edge, so there's less chance that that thing is gonna ever come off. Of course, there's not much clearance there, so it's not gonna come off anyway, but this is gonna make sure of that. For my upper bend, it's gonna be about the same measurement to get clearance, about 6 inches or a little better. So right there, I know about where to make that bend back for my hook. It's about right there. We want this bend to be the opposite of the bend we just made. So make sure we got the right. All right, now we got a hold of it. Got to start of where it's going to be. Get back in the fire. Make sure we got the right length on it. That looks pretty good. Everything looks like it's doing just right. So, now I can lay it on top of my arm and bend it to fit. It's easy to tighten it up, but it's harder to loosen the bend up after you make it. So, with that being said, that's not hardly tight enough to suit me. That's a little bit loose. All right. That's still pretty loose. Lay it over on the anvil. Tighten up just the back part of the beam, not the front. That fits pretty snug right there. Not much wobble or play. Can tighten it up a little bit more, like that. I think it's good if it's tighter at the bottom than it is up here, because that's going to keep it from wanting to rock. But it'll still move on here. It'll come off, and with the rounded, with the arch in the top, it pinches against this square edge, and it don't want to slide side to side. So I may not have to have anything up here. I thought about putting some weld bead or something just to hold it for the different sizes of bedstones I'll be moving. But the way that's grabbing on with that rounded horseshoe shape corner onto that square edge, I don't think I'll need anything. So that's one. Mark where I need my bend to be. Put it in the forge. Looks like this one's a little more open than the other one, so I'm gonna heat it one more time. I don't want to close this outside, just up here at the eye. Might be a little too much, most likely is. Mighty close, mighty close. I think that'll work. I think I'm gonna put my bend towards the inside so it'll be picking up kind of more in the center of the bedstone, more towards the center. I think that's gonna be the ticket. So, one on this side. Put it on from the right side. You don't want to put it on the wrong side. It's going to hook you instead of what you're trying to hook. You put it on the wrong side. There. Like that. They're still hot. You get the idea of how they're going to work. They're going to slide right in the bolt holes. And this will be adjustable for whatever size mill I'm working on. If it's a small mill, I can slide them in, slide them all the way out to the outside edge for a big 30-inch. All right. There we go. Now, ain't that nice? Handling that big 24 like it ain't nothing. That's what we like. That's what we like. My back don't even know I took one apart. Back don't even know I took one apart. How nice. How nice. That's going to do a lot for efficiency.